Trendy, hey, yeah, trendy vibes. You know the vibes. Yeah.
I know I said I was on break, but I had to come back because why not? And do a bonus episode because I got some questions. So I had to get a black man to help me out. But of course, let me introduce why this is Give It to Our podcast where we say the shit you niggas are what? Scared to say, and if you feel paid, as always, debate your fucking mom. I have a super special guest with me. Tell the people your name, where they can find you on the socials.
Trendy B, add me on the gram at Trendy Topic _24. And vibes, everything Trendy vibes.
Yes. And of course, follow the podcast page at that_podcast. And subscribe to the YouTube while you're down there. So I just had to I've been seeing so much going on in the country, so I had to get a black man. I had to ask, what or how are you dealing with the weight of being a black man in America right now?
I always thought to be where is to be a mom.
Definitely.
That's how you got there.
Definitely.
It's always been like change.
Right. Isn't that sad though? Isn't that sad? Have you had any personal experiences outside of just the normal stereotypes and stuff like that? Have you had any personal police brutality or racial injustice that happened to you?
Yeah, I had the police jump me before.
Was it like a traffic stop or?
Nah, it was like he called me a nigga. I said something back to him. He ain't like
Wow.
they arrested me, and when we got to the police, they jumped me.
Isn't that always the case? How you mad at what I'm saying? Nothing I'm saying is threatening you. So it's why do you get to that point? Why are you so mad? What are you mad at? Explain that to me. It's that's purely out of nothing. You just felt oh, he shouldn't talk back to me because I have authority. So let me pin him up, beat him up.
These the same people that never had no authority.
Facts. Big facts. Big facts. What would you advise young men or how to navigate in the world given the inevitable?
Just stay focused on your goals. Anything else is a distraction. If it's not working towards what you're working towards, there's no need of it. Right? Stay focused on what you know is going to get you where you want to be. That's it.
It's I feel like they ain't got enough to do or something. Niggas is just going to the worst outlets. It's I don't know.
It's actually too much to do. It's what you want to do. Whatever you want to do, that's what you want to do. You want to be a gangbanger, you want to be out in the street, doing whatever, you want to get that energy, you want to get it coming. And you want to make it out, you want to go and be bigger and better, and you manifest great things, then that's what's going to happen.
Right. I feel like manifestation is a real thing, my guys. Let me tell you. But it's just how do we drive that? How do we tell these boys to do that? You know what I'm saying? It's because it's almost like they don't see enough of that in my eyes.
That's what it is. All the people that's really doing that, they don't want to show the younger people how to do that. They already got us stuck in one little category. They don't want to listen. They want to do whatever they want to do.
Right. So they feel we're not teachable.
Yeah, they can't teach us nothing.
Right.
Some of us is like that. Everybody knows.
Right. And it's hard to, if you don't have discernment, it's hard to see who really like that and who not. I be telling people that all the time. You gotta have a natural hustle and get up and go about yourself. If you don't have that shit, then how do I make you do something? Like you said that it's on you at the end of the day.
Yeah, to me, it's you can't even look up to you can in certain ways, but if you really want to do something for yourself, you gotta go do it.
Right.
You gotta make it happen because nobody not teaching you, nobody not showing you. If there is, they gonna want something in return. They're not just trying to help you do better. They want something. They're watching you. They're I told you this, now you made this, and you did that. I need my approach.
Right. That's why I'm sometimes you just gotta believe in the vision. You know what I'm saying? Chasing money, that's cool, but it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you naturally do and that's your talent, it's gonna come. You ain't gotta chase that when you're naturally talented. So I fucks with that. I definitely fucks with that. Do you feel like you reflect any of these ideas in your music?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyone in particular that comes to mind?
Like, you know me. I talk about like, what I've been through, so in a way, I talk about what I've been through, like, in the streets, like being in the streets, understanding it. It's coming out soon. I understand.
Right. Just like the changing yourself,
Yeah,
reflecting. That's what's up. Now I'm gonna change it up a little bit because I know you are a father. Um, do you think that the song "Wet Ass Pussy" is degrading to black women?
I think it's fun for black women. Not the great, it's fun. So we talk how we talk about what we do when we party and
Right.
having fun. And they talk about what they do when they party and having fun. It's so good.
I feel it. I feel it. Would your response be different or similar if your daughter decides to take a rap after you, and then was like, "My wet ass pussy, my WAP, my wet ass vagina"?
It depends at what age she thinks she understand that. And it's like, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead. You feel me? I can't tell you what to do. I'm not like that. I don't know. Because every time somebody told me not to do something, it made me want to do it even more.
Facts, big facts.
I know that that's not the way to go about things. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if that's
Right.
what you're going to do, then do it.
Right. I feel that because you gotta experience stuff on your own, man. Like I feel like that's how my father parented me. You know
I'm
what
not
I'm
going
saying?
to let you just wild out and do anything.
Right.
If you going to be a rapper and that's how you rap and make your money or whatever, then do your thing. You feel me? Don't be acting like that's what you really out here doing or doing like that's a everyday thing or some shit like that because it is what it is. When you going to
Right. I feel like I'll be very honest with how you'll be perceived. With I'm like, this is what happens when you put, you know what I'm saying? Like these are your options. It is what it is. Like I'm just telling you
how
what's
people
the
going to look at you.
yeah. Like, but
It's the
you gotta
attention you're going to get.
right. But you gotta at the end of the day, be showing yourself. You know what I'm saying, and not give a fuck what you either gonna be showing yourself, not give a fuck what people think, or give a fuck what people think and saying. So it's like it's one or the other. And you just gotta. I feel like, but the options out there, like I said. Do you feel like black men have been doing a good job of protecting and defending black women, especially in these recent times?
I feel like if they know you, then if not, it's like, nah. I don't know your son, I don't know your brother, or something like that. Nah. You feel me? I don't care.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it is. But I feel like it's like that too because black women is like that with their kid. Like they stopped at their kid. And just like how it stopped at our mom, sister, aunts, cousins, and stuff like that, friends. They stopped at their kid, like they son or their daughter.
Yeah.
After that, unless they know you, they're
Right.
not. They don't care.
Yeah, people don't care. I feel that way. Like there are no people that's selfless. I do feel like I'm selfless because I'm like a lot of shit be getting on my nerves that I see. Like I'm like, dog, that shit's stupid. Like, why are you doing that? Like I just have the need to say something, but that's just always kind of been who I am. So it is. It's disheartening sometimes because it do kind of stop at my sister, my niece, like you said. But I feel like it shouldn't. I feel like at some point y'all gotta understand that there is like numbers is a real fucking thing, dog. Like there's strength in numbers. But it's like
Nothing is solid no more. Nothing is solid.
it's not at all. At all. I'm
It's not
like,
solid. Your man's moms are really have favoritism with his friends. We got get into some shit. She'll be willing to help these two, and they be like, nah, I don't like him.
yeah. But it's like back
So how you expect me to defend you on the street?
right. If your mama don't fuck with me. That's why I just be like, yeah, I don't know. I look at that real like lopsided with people nowadays, but I mean, it just is what it is. I guess like I'm just grateful that my circle is solid the way they are. Not to say that I haven't run into some snakes along the way, you know what I'm saying? But that's just they weeded themselves out. So
Yeah.
thank you, my guy. Okay, appreciate you, lover. But yeah, son, that's what that is. Like the people who's supposed to be here, and fuck the rest. I do feel like that on as far as people's opinions. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like if I see somebody getting their ass whooped, I'm gonna feel obliged to do more than record it. That's just how I feel. Like, but again, people aren't built that way. Like, I feel like I would defend people, but there's not people in the world that be like, oh, you know what? That's fucked up. How they're beating her ass right now. But let me record that shit so everybody can see. Like, I don't know, son. I just certain shit I can't fuck with. I guess it's beneficial to record for evidence purposes, but it's like, do not record me for getting my ass whooped.
I'm not recording. I'm more of a mind my business type of person.
See?
Because that's what people do. They just go mind their business.
Always. Until
if I got my ass whooped and everybody didn't do nothing.
And do shit, see? Yeah, and that's how it be. That's how it
Those
be.
people right there, like,
Yeah,
I'm
like,
not saying like they supposed to help. I'm not saying that. They don't know what I did to get into that type of trouble or anything like that. At the same time, it's like, come on.
right, like police aren't supposed to kill people whether they're guilty or not guilty. That's the fact. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for y'all to be like, just because your ego is fucking shattered because we're better than you in every fucking thing. Just humble plug, like in everything. We're smarter than you, we're better than you.
People are scared. They don't want to be looked at like monsters.
But you are.
If we react every time that they do something like that, that's how we're going to be looked at as monsters. Like right now, in this day and age, we looked at as monsters.
But guess what? We learned the savagery from you. It is you. You and Christopher Columbus, who discovered the new world. Head ass. That's who we learned the fucking savagery from. You know what I'm saying? So don't come at me sideways talking about, oh, you're a savage. Well, bitch, I learned it from you. Okay? Okay? Like, at the end of the day, that's the only thing we learned from you. Everything else y'all stole from us. But that's another subject for another day. Like, we ain't gonna talk about that today. Why do you think men label black women as like bitter or angry when they're expressing themselves?
Because humans just don't know how to express themselves.
So you feel like because the way somebody expresses themselves, they're bitter or they're angry because of that? Or are they just
that's
passionate
just how
about
they looked at it. I don't
right.
mean that they're bitter or angry. They just don't know how to express themselves.
So you think
I think they label them like that because that's what they used to. Where we come from, that's what we used to.
yeah, just automatically they're bitter. Yeah. But if a white woman does the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, prime example. Right, like the Keke Palmer shit with Trey Songz. She was like, he's very handsy, you know what I'm saying? All this shit. She was saying the same stuff. But flip side, the two white girls come out and say the same shit, and it's like, oh, now we have to look at Trey Songz. We have to cancel Trey Songz now because he's out here raping bitches in an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. But I think that's really messed up. Like, when she said that she was angry, bitter, she wanted to mess with him and he didn't want to mess with her. You know, it's all kind of other foolishness. But, like, why? When she said she not bitter, she not angry, she not a hater.
Because whatever they say is looked at differently than the color person say.
You think that's women and men? Do you think, well, I think I'm asking that because I noticed that, like, a lot of black men say that to date outside their race. Like, they use that as one of the reasons, like, oh, black women are, you know, bitter, they angry, they always yelling or whatever the case is or whatever.
I mean, but that's looking for women in period.
Yeah, so fact.
It don't matter where the woman, like what she is, like her race, ethnicity, or anything. Like, it's where you find them.
Right.
Because they used to saying shit about them. They stuck in their ways about them. They doing whatever they doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you looking in those areas, you're going to find shit that come out of them areas.
Right. Definitely. I feel it. I guess I feel it.
People know what they doing out here. It's not a secret. People know what's going on. You feel me? Like, if you're going outside of what you used to, you're going to find stuff outside of what you used to. Right. It's common sense.
Right. I feel you. I don't know. I just feel like they feel like, oh, white is right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need this type of image to get on or be in a better position or whatever. Like, I just don't like that mentality if that's why you're doing it. I know a lot of black men do that shit. Like, I need to have this in order to be perceived or seen as this. When it's like, you really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, men are successful with women that look like them on their arm all the time. Like, that doesn't make or break whatever your situation is. But, I don't know.
You make your situation. Whoever you with is gonna have to either get on board with that or go the other way.
Right.
No matter who you with.
Yeah, I feel like I see often a lot of black men who do date white women or marry white women or whatever. It's like they overcompensate with the culture aspect too much for me. It's like, why are you trying to portray this image of I'm so pro black and I do this for the black community, where at the end of the day, when you are dead and gone, that everything you have goes to a white woman. You don't go to your mama, it ain't going to your sister, it ain't going to like, it's going to go to this white woman. I don't know. I just see it as like, why can't do we get a win? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I'm not.
He's like, I can't talk about that right there.
I'm not really into that. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a theory. I just see it that way. Like, don't overcompensate. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to date, that's cool. But don't be this extra ultra black, my brother, like, and you see with the enemy. Like, you can't be talking about lips that touch swine. You never touch mine. But you got Sarah, like, you know, really just. But you know, I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, man, good talk. Do you have anything new coming up? Anything you want to tell people about? The music, new.
Working on a few different projects.
He working. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm working on a few different projects. I don't really have any exact dates. There's definitely new music coming out.
Yes. Here for it. New music. You heard that. You heard it first. Make sure you follow that guy so you can get all the exclusive on the new music. Let them know where they can follow you again.
Instagram at trending.topic_24.
Yes, and you'll see it right at the bottom, so don't even trip. And on that note, good talk, and we are out. Out of here.
I swear I really started from an ounce. I had to hit the block hard. I started raising the amount. Then I started changing up the count. These niggas watching me too hard. I started changing up my routes. I was doing that without a doubt.